Hi, I'm Chef Leslie Newton. One of the very first things I learned in cooking school was how to make a good stock. Today on Lala Cooks, we're going to take a look at how easy it is to make a stock that is a healthy, affordable alternative to what you would buy in the store. Chicken, veal, fish, and other stocks are the basis for many great dishes. Delicious soups and sauces are often stock-based. Today we're going to be making a chicken stock. People are usually daunted by the task of making a homemade stock, but I assure you it is actually very easy and well worth your time. It's also a great money saver because you can use your leftover chicken and vegetable scraps. It's also healthy. Remember what your grandmother told you about homemade chicken broth being the cure for sickness? It's true. It is well known that stock contains minerals in a form the body can easily absorb. It's also easy to freeze and pull out whenever you need it. Auguste Escoffier, the father of modern French cuisine, said, "Indeed, stock is everything in cooking. Without it, nothing can be done." Let's begin. It's always cheaper to buy a whole chicken, and once you debone the chicken, which is very easy, and say you use the breast for one meal and then the legs for another, you're left with the carcass of the chicken, which you can then set aside for when you're ready to make a stock. You'll need to add a mirepoix to your stock, which is just onion, carrot, and celery. This is a French term, and it is the basis for many soups, stews, and stocks. We're cutting the vegetables in larger chunks because we're cooking them for a longer period of time. How long you're cooking something determines the size that you cut the vegetables. And since we're cooking this stock for 6 to 8 hours, the vegetable size is larger. You don't have to peel your vegetables, and if you save vegetable scraps from meals during the week, feel free to use these. Things like the green stalks of a leek or even red onion scraps are perfect for stock. Next, we're going to add some aromatics. First, a few sprigs of thyme, and then a couple of bay leaves, and lastly some parsley stems, which you can save from a bunch of parsley that you've used in other dishes. Next, we'll add 10 or so black peppercorns, and I'm not adding salt because I want to be able to control the amount of salt in whatever recipes I'm using this chicken stock for. Next, we'll add water. You only want enough to cover the stock, or your stock will taste watered down. You'll want to bring the stock to a boil and then turn down the heat to a gentle simmer. You want to leave it uncovered and let simmer for 6 to 8 hours. You'll also want to skim the fat off the top a few times during this process with a ladle. After 6 hours or so, you want to strain the stock into another pot or container. If you have a chinois, that would be great to use here, and then press down with a ladle. If not, use whatever strainer you have to press down and get all those remaining juices out. Lastly, you want to leave it uncovered in the refrigerator overnight, and in the morning you'll strain the excess fat off the top and then place into a container. I like these containers with a spout that makes the stock easy to pour. The stock can keep for a couple days in the refrigerator or up to a couple months in the freezer. So there you have it, a simple, easy to make chicken stock that will add a ton of flavor to so many dishes. Thanks for watching. See you next week for another great recipe. Please join us in our culinary adventures and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/lalacooks. Become a fan on Facebook, and you can always email us with any questions you have about local, sustainable, and healthy cooking ideas. And as always, mangez bien.